Portsmouth City Council is currently planning to develop housing on 67 acres of protected intertidal habitat and 7 acres of protected land at Tipner West, despite it being one of the last refuges for wildlife left in Portsmouth. First, let's get into why this development is such a bad idea. The mudflats, which they want to build on at Tipner, are protected as a site of special scientific interest, a special protection area, and a Ramsar site. These give Tipner West legal protections because of its importance for wildlife. Tipner West needs to remain a protected area because the mudflats fight the climate crisis by capturing and storing carbon dioxide. Each year, the mudflats at Tipner West store the same amount of carbon dioxide as 262 tree saplings would over 10 years. Secondly, while you may not be able to see it, Tipner's mudflats are home to diverse populations of fish, invertebrates, and microorganisms that support many other species of fish and birds. For example, the area supports 30% of the UK's population of dark-bellied Brent geese. Lastly, we are very worried if permission is given for this land to be built on, it will set a precedent for other protected sites across the UK to be built on too. If an area with the highest level of protections like Tipner West can be built on, then nowhere is safe anymore. So what is the current plan for housing? The area will be drained and concreted over to build Lennox Point, a once-in-a-generation sustainable neighbourhood. While the proposal for a car-free neighbourhood and net zero carbon is appealing, it does not outweigh the significant damage done to the environment by building over the important habitats and wildlife at Tipner. The issue Portsmouth Council faces is that it's required by law to meet the new housing targets set by the government, which Portsmouth already struggles with due to being so densely populated. However, pressure for housing cannot excuse the destruction of Portsmouth's vital natural assets or allow them to disregard important environmental protections. Portsmouth City Council is to recognise the values of the habitats at Tipner West, to fight the climate and ecological crisis and fully consider all alternative sites for housing. We are calling for Tipner West to remain a protected site and instead of turning it into a housing estate, turn it into a haven for wildlife and a place for people of Portsmouth to enjoy some much needed green space. What can you do to help? First of all, we need as many people as possible to sign the petition, and if you live locally in Portsmouth, write and tweet to your local MP and councillors. We also need people to share our petition and spread the word to as many people as we can. Lastly, there is a consultation taking place in Portsmouth this summer, where the public can voice their opinion on this proposal. With your help, we can save wildlife at Tipner West.